Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, as you saw from the title, we are going to be diving into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Vault collection. So as we all know, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill pushed back their collection launch by, I think, like, was it a month or was it 2 months? It was a while. No, it was July, August, so it was a month, I think. Or was it supposed to launch in June? I don't remember. I think it was a month. But they pushed it back because the consistency throughout all the palettes was not accurate. So that's awesome that they did that. I just wanted to mention that, even though you guys probably already know that if you're watching this video. But I am not gonna like talk about all the palettes and everything like that. I'm gonna show you the palette colors. My next few videos will be using the rest of the palettes. I did already use the Armed and Gorgeous palette. However, it was an Instagram video that I was gonna post and I just really didn't like the way the look turned out. I didn't like the way the video turned out, but I already kind of have some things to say about the palettes. However, I don't want to like give my whole opinion on all of the palettes, but each video I will give you my opinion on that specific palette. So today, the palette I'm going to be using is the Dark Magic palette. I'm mainly using this palette today because I'm going to work after this and I work at Lululemon and I'm wearing a pair of leggings that is literally like army green and blue and stuff. So this palette just like stood out to me because I want to match my leggings, which sounds really weird, but this is the palette I'm going to be using. I don't personally work with super dark eyeshadows like this. I'm mainly like, the only palette that really like speaks to me is the Ring the Alarm palette, but I wanted to get everyone to do looks for you guys just in case you guys want a look in every single palette. So like I said, my next few videos will be looks with these palettes. Today will be this one, and my first review on this palette will be up today as well. If you guys want to know all about these palettes and how much they cost and everything like that, look in the description below. I will put everything down there with links and everything like that. If you guys want swatches and everything like that, go watch Jaclyn's video. I will also link that down below. I just don't want to swatch everything because I have to be in work in like a few hours and your girl takes a long time to get ready. So yeah, let's just jump right into the tutorial / review on the Dark Magic palette. Okay, so to get started, we are going to prime my eyelids. I already put tape because I just want it to be a very sharp line, but still blown out. So I put the tape pretty far below my lower lash line. And to prime my eyelids, I am going to be using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I am using the lighter shade I have, which is in C2. I like to use a very, very light concealer when I am priming my eyes with the concealer, just so the eyeshadows I put on really pop. If I do a concealer that actually matches my skin tone, which I do also have when I'm not wearing makeup, they just won't pop as much because it's not as light as I would like it to be. So I am going to be going in with the color C2. I'm just using an e.l.f. Cosmetics brush just to pat this out. I don't like to pat it out with my fingers because I feel like it picks up some of the product. I feel like the brush kind of lies the product evenly throughout my eyelid. Okay, now jumping straight into the video, I am going to go in with the color Potion, and I am going to put that throughout my crease. I am just going to put this throughout my crease. You guys know I have hooded eyes, so I bring my eyeshadows all the way up to my brow bone. So that's what I'm going to do with this Potion color, and I'm blowing it out all the way to the tape. I'm also bringing that pretty far into the inner corner. That's wishful drinking. Is anything forever or just a feeling? What have I been so afraid of? So I'm finding that you just really need to build up this product. It's not very pigmented right when you put it on, but you do need to build it up. It is grabbing places. It is a little patchy. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but over here it's really dark. Over here it's like streaky, but so far it's not too bad. It's just you need to build it up. You need to work it into the eye. Once in a while I ask myself, what am I doing? Once in a while I need your help. So I'm switching back from windshield wiper motions to circular motions. I'm doing the windshield wiper motions like throughout my crease just to really place the pigment, and then doing circular motions to kind of blow it up to the brow bone because the shadow is catching in some places. Okay, now I'm going to go into a more dense brush. So the brush I was using was the Morphe 441. Do you see that? And then I'm just going to go in with something a little bit tighter, a little bit more dense. And this is the Morphe 513. I'm going to go right back into that color Potion just on the tip of the brush and kind of build up the crease. So when I look ahead, since I have hooded eyes, I'm just gonna go like literally right into that crease just to really build that up, because I want to use that dark green inside job. I want to use that on my lid, and I need something to help it transition. So if I build up the color Potion, I'm hoping it helps it. Okay, now going into the color Inside Job, I am just taking this brush. It's just a small flat packer brush, very, very small, since I do have small eyelids. And I'm gonna go into the Inside Job, and I'm going to work this all the way up to the crease. Just so you guys can see, when I go into this color, it is a little bit more grainy than the color Potion. Not bad. Hoping that means it's kind of pigmented. I'm gonna grab a lot on the brush just so I can really work up the product and put that on my eye. Looking at where we're going, there's no slowing down to go back. And thinking of where we've been, no one's ever been given a roadmap. Say slow down, turn here, graduate and work here. Come and get a raise when you finish up your first year now. If you're doing it right. Keep it moving now, tell me what you're doing. Okay, I'm not loving the way that's looking, so I'm gonna continue doing this eye and wait on this side just in case I hate it and I have to start over. I'm gonna go into that Morphe 513 brush again, and on the tip of my brush, take that color Inside Job and tap off a lot of the excess. Like I wanna go in super, super light and feather this into the crease with windshield wiper motions and working your way up. Okay, I mean, I don't know. We're getting somewhere, I think. Okay, now I'm just gonna wipe off the brush because I still want a little bit of that pigment, that Inside Job on there, but not a lot. And I'm gonna go back into the color Potion and also work that in my crease. So just going back and forth from the color Potion to the color Inside Job until it looks less shitty. From Brooklyn to New York, then off to the west. In Cali, no Cali, but fuck, we the best. My stripes, they American, let me express. And I keep it as live as a total request. And they ask me these questions like, how do you do it? Pressing the road and the music. Truth is, I'm always up, I'm always down. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are. We really, truly are. I think. Okay, I'm gonna do this eye. I don't know if I should continue doing this eye just in case I mess it all up. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing this eye, and then I'll just do this eye later off camera, because if I mess this side up, I just don't want to have to do both of them again. I just want to have to do one, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so next we're gonna, let's see, what do I want to do? Next we're gonna go into the color Shh and Poof, these two right here, this color and this color, and kind of mix those just to get like a lighter shade of Shh. See what I'm saying? Tap off a lot. This is just a Morphe PK36 brush. I got this in a Morphe subscription a long time ago. And I'm just gonna blend that Potion shade up into my brow bone just so it's not like green to white. So kind of using this as a translucent powder kind of, but with color. Because you could do this with translucent powder, but I want a little bit of color. Okay, scratch that. I am gonna take a little bit of translucent powder because I feel like the Shh color is just making it more dark since I don't have such big eyelids. I kind of want less color there, so just taking translucent powder on the same brush, kind of using that as like an eraser. Okay, I really want to use this blue shade, but I don't know if I should use that on the upper or lower. Maybe I'll use this on the lower lash line. Okay, I think I'm going to use that on the lower lash line. I think the next colors I'm going to go in with is the color Trickery. And I think I'm going to put this all over the eyelid just to give the eye a little bit more shimmer, a little bit more glow, a little bit more love, just so it's not so matte. Okay, I'm going to take the color Trickery and I'm just using it on this like Naked 2 brush that came in our Naked palette. And I'm going to spray, maybe twice, and pick up the shade Trickery. And I'm going to place that on the eye. Okay. I feel like I should use it with less of a dense brush. I feel like I'm going to use it with the other edge of the Naked 2 brush. So we have the fluffy edge and this edge. I think I'm gonna use it with the fluffy edge because not a lot of product is coming off with the, sorry, my thing is so close to my face, my mirror. Okay, yeah, I like that a little better. Just so the color's not so concentrated in the crease. Okay, that's actually like really freaking pretty, that color. Like holy majoli. Like guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that looks really pretty. I really like this color. And I like that it's not too much of a difference. I feel like I will put a lighter color on just so I get a little bit of contrast between the lid and the crease, but oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I finished this one off camera. I feel like since my eyes are so small, this is pretty dark. I feel like if you had big, beautiful eyes, this would look great on you, but I think this is a little too dark for me. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna take, why did I use both of them? I think I'm gonna take the color Power Cut and Diversion, these two shimmer shades, and I think I'm gonna do something in the middle just to kind of make my eyes stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna go into the color Diversion first and then a Power Cut and kind of put them right on top of each other. So let's do that. I'm just gonna take an e.l.f. concealer brush. It's like a really, really small packing brush. I love this brush to like get in the crease.
Life like my blood type be positive. These days something got me feeling quite...
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I like that. I think I might do Power Cut over it and see how I feel. Okay, like I said, don't really love that. So I'm gonna go into the color Power Cut. I'm gonna do the same brush just on the other side. Make sure I'm picking the right side. Yep. And spraying my brush. And then going in.
What have I been so afraid of? I don't know. But once in a while I catch myself.
Okay, I think I like that a little better. And then I'm gonna try and blend this just a little bit. Okay, now that I have those shadows light on the middle, I'm gonna go back into that Trickery shade and I'm not gonna spray my brush. I'm gonna take it on the same brush that I was using before and just kind of fade that into the Diversion shade and the Power Cut shade. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go finish the rest of the makeup off camera so that I can charge my camera, and then I will be back. We'll finish the bottom lash line and then I will tell you how I feel about this palette, and I will also give you the lowdown on how I feel about the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Since I already did use this palette, you guys probably won't see the look because I'm not putting it up on my Instagram, but I will film another video with this palette, but I will give you what I feel because I kind of feel two different things about each of these palettes, to be completely and totally honest. I do. So I will give you the tea about this and this and... Oh my god. Well, none of the palettes are broken, so that's good. And I will give you the tea about this. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face. We will do the bottom lash line and then we will talk about these two palettes right here. Okay guys, I am back. I finished the rest of my face off camera. If you guys want to know what I used, it's what I always use. You guys can check the description below. Don't mind my foundation color. The foundation I use, Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, has the worst shade range in the world. Like literally, okay, well no, but like kind of. Because this is like their second to lightest shade. And it's too dark. Well, not only is it too dark, but it's way too pink. They have no yellow undertones. They really need to expand their shade range because I love the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, but I want it to match my skin tone. Anyways, rant over. We are going to finish the under eye, and then we're going to talk about the palettes themselves. At least we're going to talk about the Dark Magic and the Armed and Gorgeous palette because these are the only two palettes that I've actually tried from the collection. Like I said before, more tutorials using these two palettes and the Armed and Gorgeous palette will come out. I will definitely get those up hopefully by the end of next week. I'm gonna try and start posting Mondays and Fridays from now on instead of just Fridays. It might not happen, who knows. I hardly even post on Fridays but I'm trying, I really am. So I think I'm gonna try and get these 3 up by the end of next week, because I know these, I think they're available Tuesday, so they should be tomorrow, because this is probably going to go up on Monday. So I think these will be back in stock, all of them on Tuesday, and Ulta's and online. So if you guys want these, grab them, because I will be coming out with more eyeshadow looks for you guys. So we are going to go right back into the Dark Magic palette, and we're going to move on to the bottom eye. So I like really want to use this blue, like really badly. So I think I'm going to go in with pretty much the colors I put on my upper. So I think I'm going to go in with Busted, Potion, and Inside Job. And then we'll work from there. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna blow out Busted the most, like really far down. And I don't know, because I feel like I'm gonna give myself looking like a black eye or something. I don't know, we're just gonna work with it. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, baby boo? So on a CVS crease brush, it's the Crease 315 brush, literally got this from CVS. I'm gonna take the color Busted, that blue color, and like all the other shades, it has a little bit of kickback, but not enough to like be concerned about, and really blow out. That's pretty. That's pretty. So what I'm noticing is this color is pretty pigmented, so if you're using this like on the eye, like the other 2 matte shades that I use, the Potion and Inside Job, were, you kind of had to build them up. Well, not really Inside Job, but Potion you really had to build up. This, you don't. So if you're going to use this color, just be forewarned that it is pretty pigmented, and you will get a lot of payoff with this color, even using a very, very light hand. Okay, so I'm liking the way that blue looks. It just looks really pretty. Now I'm going to take, on the same brush, wiping off most of the Busted color, I'm going to take a little bit of Potion, like a small amount, and kind of just blend out the Busted color, just so we have a little bit of that Potion color on the bottom. But it gives it more of like a teal look rather than just like a blue. So this one's teal, this one's just more of that Busted blue. I want a little bit more teal. Now, we are going to take my 432 brush, and we are going to go into the color Inside Job again. So I'm going to dip into that color again. And this brush right here, the M42, it's just a very, very flat. You guys probably can't see how much highlight you see. You see how small it is? I'm going to go in with this and dip into that color. And I don't want to tap off the excess actually. Oh, it's habit. I just keep doing it. And go really close to the lower lash line just to kind of darken that up just a little bit. I'm really focusing this on the outer corner rather than bringing it in to the inner tear duct. Whoa, guys! I'm like in love right now. Like, I don't know why. I'm in love. In love with this look. For the inner corner, there's not really a shade I would love to put in my inner corner in this palette, or I really don't think in any of the palettes. Let me look. Okay, so I actually am going to dip into another one of her palettes just for the inner corner, because there's not one I want in there. I'm going to dip into the Armed and Gorgeous palette and go into the color VIP right here. This, I think, might be good for the inner corner. We're gonna find out. If not, I'll just use my regular highlight shade. So I'm gonna take just a M213 brush and go into the inner corner with this. Okay, so I'm actually going to grab that shade on the brush and spray it. Maybe help it a little bit. Let me get a different brush. I'm gonna try on my MAC 219 brush. Maybe pick it up on that. Maybe it needs more of like a dense brush, not sure. Okay, that worked. Okay guys, I am back. My eyelashes are done. I just put some mascara on. Like I said, I used these 2 mascaras right here. this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys like it. Let's talk a little bit about the palettes. So let's start off with the Armed and Gorgeous palette because I didn't use it today. So this right here is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. It's gorgeous. It's literally like fall. It should say like fall. Like this is the ultimate fall palette. It's absolutely stunning. However, I didn't necessarily love it. The orangey shades in here, these ones just didn't blend out that well. Like I said, it was my first time using the palette and I could have just like not really known what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just need to get used to the formulas in these ones because I really don't think they are 100% like the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think they are a little bit different, which obviously makes sense. They're different colors and everything like that. But I like this palette, I just wasn't in love with it, but that's not my final verdict. Of course, when I do a tutorial with it within the next like few days or week or 2 weeks, you guys will know my final results on this particular palette itself. So that's the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Like I said, the other two palettes, the Bling Boss and the Ring the Alarm palette, these ones I will do a separate, complete separate video on because I want to give you guys like, I don't want to say, oh, like if I hated this, which I don't, if I hated this, I would be like, oh, I don't like any of them, they all suck. That's not exactly accurate because I only tried out one palette. So before I talk on these palettes, I do want to try them out. So you guys will see those videos coming soon. But for the Dark Magic palette, okay. First of all, this palette is absolutely stunning. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the way the look turned out. Potion was kind of hard to work with. This is definitely not like a beginner palette. I personally think her Jaclyn Hill palette, like the original, was definitely a beginner palette. All the shadows were perfect. Like you can blend them out so perfectly. They were amazing. They were easy to work with. But these are just darker pigments. They're harder to work with. They're harder to blend out. There's not really much, like this is the transition shade, I guess, but like not really. This is pretty much your only transition shade and maybe that's in this palette. That's so weird saying that. But they're darker, so they're harder to work with. So this palette itself is definitely a harder palette to work with. However, it is stunning. On the eyes, it is beautiful. Once you get it like working and you work with it a little bit and you really figure out how the shadows need to blend and everything like that, how to make them not patchy and stuff, this palette is stunning. So yes, 100%, if I was just watching this video and I was wondering if I should get the Dark Magic palette, I would 100% say yes. If you are a beginner, maybe get it with caution. Know that it's going to be a little harder to work with, but you can definitely work with these shades if you have time to blend and blend and blend. It did take me a while to blend out Potion shade. Inside Job, once I put that in the crease, it really didn't take that long to blend out. This was actually a stunning shade and I love it. Trickery, oh my god, I can't even. This is like the prettiest shade I've ever seen in my life. But Potion was a little harder to work with. So if you guys want to get the palette and you're a beginner, I would definitely still get it. Just know that it's going to be a little tricky to work with. Anyways, guys, you guys know how I feel about this one palette. Like I said before, all of my other palette reviews will come out. I don't want to say I love all the palettes just because I love this one, and I don't want to say all of them are difficult to blend just because one formula in this palette was difficult to blend. So like I said, all of my other palettes and my reviews for those palettes will be out within the next week. If you guys want to buy these palettes, I think they go available again online tomorrow, which is Tuesday, if this goes up on Monday, which I'm hoping it does. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video and if you guys like me, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and turn that post notification bell so that you guys are notified whenever I upload a video. Like I said, I am going to try and get up 2 videos a week now. Even though I'm still not even getting up 1 video a week, I'm gonna try for 2. That's the goal, 2. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Like I said, on the other palettes, they will be coming out within the next week or 2, probably 1 week. I will try and get them out really, really fast so that if you guys have these palettes, you guys know how to work with them. If you guys liked this palette and you guys want to see me do more looks with this, I'm not really sure what else I can do with it. No, I could figure something out. If you guys want to see me do more looks with this, just let me know in the comments below, and what palette is your favorite. If you guys have the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, let me know down below what palette is your favorite. I would love to know. So far, mine is the Dark Magic, but I have only tried out 2. But so far, it's this one. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I really, really hope that I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.